common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live show here at Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
We got some good fundamentals, some good crypto news, and of course, Todd to look at the charts with the technical analysis utilizing Wyckoff trading method and Elliott Wave. Some pretty exciting things going on. Did you really think that Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world, would continue to let cryptocurrency and blockchain technology slip by him? There may be an Amazon partnership with one of these beloved cryptocurrencies that we will be discussing today. Also, we're going to be talking about how Monero, one of our favorite large cap privacy coins, is tackling the scaling issue that so many other cryptocurrencies are trying to tackle as well, utilizing a technology called bulletproofs, what this means for Monero's blockchain and what we think it means for a price action. And then lastly, we're going to be talking about, is Bitcoin Cash going to come to a fiery end? Is another fork of a fork about to happen? There's some there's some big egos in the room, and I think it's heading down that path. How is everybody doing today? Shout out to Johnny M. Cool. Shout out to Bogdan Ray. Welcome to the channel. Shout out to Nicholas, K9, Art, Dennis, Estaj, Wog, everybody who's in here. Always remember, guys, to smash that like button, smash the share and the subscribe button as well. And as usual, if you tune into the show, you're an active community member, we want to try to reward you. So what do we do? After this video has been posted, in the comments section below, leave a comment with your ZEN, Z-E-N, Horizon wallet address for a chance to win. We draw the winner live randomly on the next live show, and you'll be sent one full ZEN, currently worth about $15, just for having some fun here at Learn Crypto.
Hold it for a 10-banger.
There you go. Now, bear with me a little bit today. I have had a headache all day, but I had to make sure to get on here for you guys with the news circulating in cryptocurrencies and to continue to push you guys to keep accumulating at these levels. There is some rumors about the release of Urses X. This is the institutional grade platform that will have physical delivery of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash starting in the second half of 2019. This will be for spot trading and for futures trading. This is going to be a competitor of the Backed exchange, which launches next month, that we have been saying is huge for the market as it will provide physically delivered Bitcoin trading. But listen to what I said here about Urses X. They said they're going to launch not only with Bitcoin, but with Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Why is that important, guys? Well, you notice you don't hear the words XRP, EOS, or even Stellar there. These four coins are ones that we have been preaching that need to have in your portfolio under some capacity, because when the institutional money comes into play, this is where they're going to be able to flow first. They're not going to have access to even the Coinbase ones where you're going to have Ethereum Classic and ZRX. They're going to come into Urses X, they're going to come into Backed Exchange and have access to these same cryptos that we've been saying to accumulate for the past several months. Keep that in mind, and that is coming. Let's jump right over here. Let's see what's going on with pricing, and then we will, of course, toss it over to Todd because he's going to tell you some price actions over there on the chart that you guys may be interested in. So the market cap is up to $211 billion. If you notice here, the Bitcoin dominance has slid a little bit, falling below 54% to 53.7%. Now, why is this? Well, we all know that ZRX has had a multi-day pump with the Coinbase Pro, and then now the Coinbase.com announcement. And right now there is Bitfinex just opened up leverage trading for ZRX. Will this benefit it positively? Or are people going to open some leveraged shorts considering the pump we have seen on ZRX? Only time can tell. ZRX is back down to the levels of last night in Satoshis when we were live during the live show. So it has given up a lot of the overnight pump, and now you'd be broke even if you bought it last night and didn't do any trading. Little red, a little green across the board. Stellar here, XLM is up 5.44%. This is one last night. Somebody asked, would we be buying XLM, ZRX, or XRP? We were saying that ZRX is going to be too volatile with the news, so we were recommending XLM. It is up 5.44%. And red across the board, except ADA is up 1.69%. Another reason that we'll talk about here shortly, that still applies to XLM as well. The big winners for today are Odyssey Coin, 33%, a Basic Attention Token up 14.32%, Polymath up 9.4%, and Wax up 8.6%. There's some others here. Qtum may or may not have an article pertaining to them and why they're up 8%. I thought we're going to see even more out of that in the short term, but I believe after more and more people hear the news, you might need to buy some of that and start staking it right away. And then, of course, ZeroX still is here, up 6% for the day, but gave back all the overnight pumps. But you're still a little above the initial Coinbase Pro pump. Still solid evaluation there, still long-term on this project as well. So, Todd, you ready to take it over, do some work on the chart, see what we got here?
Got a little bit here we can go over real quick. Then we'll come back to the software around 7.
Anthony says XLM next on Coinbase. Maybe, maybe not. Nicholas says ADA or a BAT probably next on Coinbase in my opinion. I'm seeing some names I like here, and I'll give you my opinion here in just a little bit.
All right, we got the 45-minute Bitcoin chart. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a triangle here. I'm still leaning that we're going to try to work higher. I know there would be an Elliott wave count that we break down here to maybe 6,500-ish, and then have another rally, maybe up 7,000, 7,100. If that doesn't look good, then I might be a little bit concerned. But I do like the way, we've got XLM here, as Nick said, up 6%. That one nearing the spike high it had. But I kind of think we've had 5 waves up then, because I think that spike, you could just bring that back down here to like 24. So I like the way XLM's acting. I like the way...
If you go back to that XLM chart for a second, if you see that trend line there, I think if you go out to the daily, you're going to see this high-level consolidation that we thought could be a pork blaster. We did break out of that, and now it seems that we're testing that again. Usually on these retests, if it holds that line of support, then that's when we can continue to see more upward movement in the price action there. If you extended that line out, it looks like it's almost hitting that perfectly.
Yeah, because really that line was a little bit, let's square it up a little bit better. I mean, there pretty well is. So, I mean, XLM's acting unbelievable, I think.
Yeah, this is one of the coins during this whole bull market. A lot of these coins are down 70 to 90%, and really XLM didn't really go down more than 50%. Has been continuing to have this high-level consolidation, which could lead to a pork blaster, we call them over here on this channel, where you have a high-level consolidation and then a continuation to the upside. This one has been holding very well through the bear market.
And I have seen Elliott Wave. Some people that I respect have called this a 1-2. And today's rally a 1-2. So that would mean if that's correct, I mean, you would need a rally to probably 40, 45 cents on this rally to get that thing going. So definitely something to watch. I mean, if you want to zero in, if anybody did buy it here recently because of us, I mean, this level, really this level here, if that is given up, probably we're going to go to new lows for the move. And really maybe even this level here. So, but I think I'd probably key off these 2 levels down here. Like on Bittrex, I don't think they've got a USD pair, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to trade because the XLM BTC chart's a little weaker. But I think let that thing run. And then ZRX, we mentioned, it's had 3 little minor pumps here. Just keeps pumping, digging in. So I really think it'll probably dig in again and pump it again. Big volume coming in here on this last one. Volume, a little sell volume coming in, but really not that much. So I think that one's still good. A couple more here. Dash, not doing much. Some sideways. We had a buy on that higher. Ripple still holding in there, 48.5. Let's go back, add a few more in here. As we had a sell down here and a buy here, a sell on the big spike. And we've had 2 buys really in And these weren't off my technometer. These were just kind of buying previous springs, etc. We did get a technometer reading at 38 here at 0.46, 0.47. So still got minor profits in Ripple. I really like the way Ripple still acts. So definitely not one of my big positions. I don't really own a lot of that, but a little bit. ADA, same thing here. Chart doesn't look too bad. We came down and did this ABC, the downside. So I think, again, these lows are important, kind of like XLM's lows. So if those give away, we're probably going to go to new lows again. But obviously, a lot's going to depend on Bitcoin here. So we're still leaning off these 3 buy signals we've had on Bitcoin. And for now, going to give it the benefit of the doubt of heading higher. So we'll have the software 7. I think we've had our API hacked again. And that's causing me some issues with the software, but we should be good to go here in a few minutes.
Cool. Let's see what's going on in the chat box real quick before we get into some news and some fundamentals. We just got a bunch of people saying hi, shouting it out. Tosh says, Qtum is a 2-year hold for me. Trust me, that coin will show you some moves. We're about to talk about that here in a second. And Crypto Hunter said, but XRP has so much going on. When these banks start really using it, XRP will blow your mind. We have had debates back and forth on whether that velocity or that use of XRP really creates velocity for the network and then really causes price appreciation. The example I like to give is if I want to send Todd, he's in Japan, I'm in the United States, and I want to send him a transaction. We choose to use XRapid versus US dollars, so that way we don't have to pay the middleman. We have cheaper fees, and it will be to him in about a minute, right? Yep. So I go on the open market. I take my $1 million, convert it to XRP, send it to Todd. Great, he's got it. Now what's he going to do? Immediately sell that XRP to his Japanese yen or to USD. So within 1 minute, we bought $1 million worth of XRP, sold $1 million worth of XRP. Will that cause velocity on the network for price accumulation? I don't know. You tell me. You know, that's what we're really looking at there. I know there is some other use cases, and if Lamy J is in here, it's she or he is a big supporter of XRP. She always has some interesting insight for XRP as well. But as of now, I mean, you guys made me buy XRP at 41 cents. I'm still doubtful on that scheme. And can it have some success? True. Probably it could. If you guys want to continue to, it could. It's getting more and more use cases with XRapid going live, etc. But we'll see what happens here.
I mean, a pump could come in that thing still anytime.
And now let's get into the big news for today, and that is this. Amazon finally getting into the cryptocurrency and the blockchain space. Now, there is still questions on how it's going to be used. How will it benefit the value of Qtum as well moving forward? But I think this is a step in the right direction. As we know, Amazon is one of the largest companies in the world right now. They get into everything, about a $1 trillion valuation, just behind Apple as far as market cap is concerned. So Qtum blockchain becomes Amazon Web Services partner in China. Amazon Web Services, or AWS, China division is partnering with public blockchain project Qtum. The partnership sees the on-demand cloud computing giant working with a cryptocurrency project with a $325 million market capitalization, making it the 29th largest cryptocurrency, to develop blockchain-as-a-service solutions for enterprises and developers. The partnership will allow AWS users to develop and launch smart contracts quickly, efficiently, and cost-effectively using an Amazon machine image, according to a press release issued by the Qtum team. Quote, Qtum are now an AWS technology partner and one of the partner network members. The two companies have been discussing this since April. Quote, we are going to work together with Amazon to contact different customers and clients. We're looking into use cases, and the best way to do it is to have a contact with companies who have those use cases. And Amazon's got a ton of clients. How many of you have ever shopped on Amazon? How many of you have ever used Twitch streaming? Because Amazon now owns 100% of Twitch as well.
Esports.
And esports has been blowing up. We know that, as well as streaming services. Some clients have their own ideas and their own developers, and some of them want more support from us being the Qtum development team, and want to talk to us directly. Obviously, the information that has been made available is going to be pretty vague. We do or do not know if Amazon had to buy Qtum, had to pay Qtum for their services. All we know is that they are an official partner of Amazon Web Services and now are on Amazon's technology team to create and further utilize use cases with blockchain technology. Obviously, you would assume that Qtum is Amazon's only and first blockchain partner, that the Qtum token will drive some kind of value proposition from it. If you guys don't know what Qtum is, so maybe you guys can generate a better idea of maybe the value proposition for Qtum tokens or what Amazon might use it for. Essentially, based out of Singapore, Qtum is a blockchain application platform for smart contracts and decentralized applications, similar to that of an Ethereum, an EOS, a Neo, Ethereum Classic. The list goes on and on. Qtum has been around for a while now and has claimed to have some scaling issues solved that Ethereum has not quite done, which obviously it shows you that they do have some good leadership here with the Amazon partnership. Qtum uses what is called account abstract layer that enables it to communicate with both the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchains. That means applications on Qtum can combine the security of Bitcoin blockchain with the functionality of the Ethereum smart contracts. Developers will be able to design applications for a variety of industries such as mobile telecommunications, counterfeit protection, finance, logistics, and manufacturing. All of these sectors Amazon is currently or looking to get involved with. If Qtum can solve some scaling issues for Amazon and cut costs, I can almost guarantee that Qtum will be a major beneficiary from this partnership agreement. Qtum launched its mainnet last September of 2017 and currently has several dApps already on its platform. On top of that, it does offer a 7% ROI with its proof of stake mechanism. We do all love our passive income generating coins here at Learn Crypto. I've taught people how to set up secure nodes, super nodes, master nodes, how to stake, and this is yet another coin in which if you are interested in this partnership, maybe you can scoop it up and hope for a massive pump. If that pump doesn't happen, you can stake these coins for a 7% ROI, which you do earn in Qtum. That means you can compound that stake, restake your new coins, and grow that interest rate exponentially. I really need to see a stronger marketing presence and more on-chain development to get it out of this massive downtrend. As we know, Qtum, like a lot of other altcoins, has seen a 95% dip off of the highs. I think the highs were somewhere around $65 or $70. Obviously, this Amazon partnership we just talked about could be the catalyst for future and current potential growth. So now you know a little bit about Qtum, a little bit about the partnership, and now you kind of have an overview of what Qtum is. Some of you may have not known what that is, so I wanted to give you that information so you guys can generate your own opinions. I did send out a tweet earlier today that we are hovering around one of the fib lines, so maybe now is as good a time as any to maybe dabble your toes if you believe that this partnership could spur some growth.
Dabble your toes.
Shout out to Wog with a $1.11 super chat. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions, comments, or concerns with that, Wog? We love when you guys do give us a donation or you use the link in the description to do a Streamlabs donation, but we want to make it seem like we earned it. You know, give us a question, give us something to help you out. And of course, we love to see when those coins drop into this glass over here. And now, Wog, your name is there for the time being for a recent super chat donation.
Dragons came down from about 4,300 to 3,000, Elizabeth. So I thought that chart looked pretty good here with this previous support here at the 3,000 level. So that one still might be all right.
Elizabeth said, anyone besides me and Dragon? I'm still in Dragon, Elizabeth. Look, Dragon is one that got super hyped by all the Twitter OGs, all the YouTube guys during the bull market. And subsequently, it has been hit about 95% loss, or maybe not as bad, maybe an 80% loss off the all-time highs, just like a lot of these other alts. They have a good team, they have a good network, and they're continuing to be developing, and they're also doing something that a lot of other coins aren't doing, and that's just really creating interoperability, which is something that's going to be necessary. If cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology is going to go to the next level with enterprise usage like we're seeing here with what Amazon is trying to do, these blockchains are going to have to be able to speak with each other. This interoperability is being created by Dragonchain over on their platform. I think right now they have it with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and Neo. is what they currently have, as well as Dragonchain's own blockchain, of course. So one to keep an eye on. I like it. You know, people have a sour taste in their mouth because they got conned into buying it by some random YouTube person at the top, but saying it was going to $100 or whatever people were saying. But I think they're still developing, they're still active, and they got a lot of networks, a lot of ties. And now we're seeing Amazon jump into it. Do you remember who founded Dragonchain? It was a subsidiary of Disney. So if Amazon proves successful in cutting costs by utilizing blockchain technology, where do you think Disney would go for their first option? Probably Dragonchain.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna show. Let me show a couple stock charts real quick, and then maybe you can give a ZEN away, and then we'll come back to the software if you'd like. I just want to give a quick update. This is the Wyckoff Wave, which is kind of a Dow Jones Industrial type index. We had said cover shorts here. We're not getting very much strength out of here. The technometer has came off a major oversold. We're back to neutral. A little rally tomorrow is going to take this thing back to probably 47, 48, which is as overbought as it's ever been. I'm going to be concerned about that maybe there's another leg drop on stocks. This is Wyckoff Wave Growth, which is more of a NASDAQ type index. Same type of thing, more strength here. But technometer back to neutral. A couple days higher is going to get that technometer to much more overbought, which would allow more downside. And TLT, which is the 20-year treasuries, we thought you could cover shorts down here at this BI marked as a buy, but I think a little lower on the TLT and my technometer gets closer to 38. I'm probably going to cover some shorts there with the idea that if stocks fall again, they're probably going to come for bonds as a safe haven. So I'm going to watch that one real quick. And then lastly on the metals, GDXJ, we've been long the metals. It's just backing up here a little bit to the previous jump. And I would expect maybe a chance to even add on here sometime over the next few days on this. And then probably more importantly, the Barrick Gold that we've been long is still holding gains nicely. So I would expect that to still continue higher. I think we're in a good markup phase. There's higher objectives. It's holding in nicely here. So I'd probably buy a pullback in there as well, because we're going to have an oversold technometer. It's still holding down there pretty well. So that's all on stocks for now.
Cool. Johnny M. Cool says, Todd Father, is Type trading yet? Typerium Type is not trading yet. They just did the distribution. So if you did the ICO for Typerium and utilized MetaMask, that is a Chrome extension ERC20 compatible wallet. If you used MetaMask, you should have received an email on how to claim those using MetaMask on the 14th or 15th. If you did not use MetaMask and say you used My Ether wallet or another ERC20 compatible wallet, by the end of this week, they will be having instructions on your login on their website on how to get your Typerium distribution. No announcements yet on what exchanges it will launch on. I do know that if you were part of the ICO and you scrolled down, did some research on it, their number one priority was to have at least 1 or 2 exchanges upon full distribution of the Typerium token. We are also in talks with the founder to do a follow-up to discuss how much they raised, how the distribution went, and where their roadmap goals are, if they're still up to date, etc., and maybe make the announcement of the exchanges here on Learn Crypto. So thanks for asking that question, as I haven't really brought that up. I guess I just kind of assumed everybody would have seen the email by now if you did participate in the Type ICO.
Right. For gold and silver, I think we got a good rally started here in the metals, and it's going to continue. So I'm not major bull for years, but I think we got a few good months ahead of us. There's been big short positions in there in the futures, etc. I think we're washed out and we're starting a good rally.
All right. Not too many questions, just a lot of chit-chat over here in the chat box, and nothing really to go over. No questions. All right, well, let's give away some ZEN. Do you guys like free coins? If you like some free coins, hit the yes button. If we see enough yeses down here in the chat box, we'll make this a ZEN giveaway show as well. Let me see some yeses down here and we'll do it. Until I see some Y's or some yeses. No giveaway today.
I guess be careful with in-person Bitcoin trades. Norwegian man was killed, they're saying, doing a Bitcoin transaction. Doing whatever they can to throw some bad news on Bitcoin.
Hugo says no. What's up, the old soggy dog? All right, it looks like you're new to the channel. So the Zen we're giving away tonight will be from last night's live show. But don't you worry if you're new to the channel. What it kind of looks like, the old soggy dog here is new to the channel. Once this video is uploaded to YouTube, simply make sure you like the video, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, and then leave a comment in the comment section below with your Horizon Zen wallet address. That is ZEN wallet address. You can get that from Binance, Bittrex, or any of the major exchanges, and you will be entered to win 1 full Zen during the next live show. Even if I draw you as a winner and you're not present to claim it, I will just send it to your wallet address and you'll just happen to wake up the next day with a nice smile on your face as you see 1 Zen hitting your account balance. So let's go ahead and do this. This is going to be from the live show last night. Last night we killed it. We had over 2,000 views. So shout out to everybody that is starting to get back into cryptos as we continue to expand our subscription count here. We're over 5,400 now. We're going to go ahead and copy this. Throw it in the random comment generator. I don't think there was a lot of comments. The ones that have the most comments are the ones that sit up there all weekend because you have like 3 or 4 days for people to go back and leave a comment. So lucky for you guys who watch us every day, you have a 1 in 48 chance to win some Zen. Who is the winner going to be tonight?
Then we're going to give away some Typerium.
Well, we can't. Well, the winner is us. That can't be us. So we'll go ahead and re-roll that. Unless Todd,
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
Order some pizza.
We'll pick another winner. We won't be greedy.
How'd we win?
Because we made a chat.
Oh, shit. That's too funny.
Here we go. Mass diabetes. How would you pronounce that?
I can't see it. I don't know what that would be.
Okay. It says, quote, I would like a Lambo, but a Zen might soften the blow. Well, there you go. This won't buy you a Lambo right now, but I think it'll put you right on your way during the next bull run. Check out Horizon, guys. It is a privacy coin. It is a privacy ecosystem with a node network. So 42 Zen for a secure node, 500 Zen for a super node, as well as being proof of work on Equihash algorithm. Get you some Zen, get you some passive income, and continue to protect your privacy and your data. There we go. Another winner down. There'll be another winner tomorrow. So if you want to enter, like we said, leave a comment in the comment section below with that Zen wallet address, and you can win yourself some free cryptocurrency. Not too many shows out there during the bear market or giving away some coins, but we're here every single day trying to give away what we can to give back to this thriving community.
I got some charts here we can look at real quick. Bitcoin, USDT, technometers.
Before we get started, let's explain this real quick in case there's anybody new. What you're seeing here is the Pulse of the Market Learn Crypto Trading Software. Todd Butterfield is the president of Wyckoff SMI. So that means the 3 indicators you were seeing at the bottom, the OP, Force, and the Tech, are proprietary indicators from the teachings of Richard D. Wyckoff from 1930, which Todd does own. So that is what you're getting here. And then the software is also generating volume and price action from 96 exchanges. So we're not just looking at a Bittrex or a Binance and judging and trying to do TA off of volume off that. This is aggregating all price and volume across the globe 24/7 on a 5-minute basis. Go ahead, Todd.
Now, Bitcoin USDT, we got the OP, which is 5-minute volume. Graph daily is really back at new lows again. The technometer neutral. So just continued selling on some of these things. I'm going to go to XLM because we had a buy signal in there. XLM USDT. We had a buyback here at 21 and change. We're at a 48 on the technometer right now, so getting close to a sell. But once again, I mean, we've got 5 waves up here. We could pull back for a little ABC pullback if you like Elliott wave. If not, this could have been a big 1-2 and a smaller 1-2, which means a little sideways here, and then we really get going to the upside. So be careful selling that first 50 on the technometer because it might get you in trouble here if we're finally ready to go. There's a 48.65 on the XLM USD. Volume not doing much here. but we're getting some action. So I think worst case, maybe I would still trail a stop, or I might give it room and use a stop back here at these lows, which was important. So this low here I think was important. So I probably would give it some room, let it run. I don't think you want to get stopped out of some of these things here at the moment.
Hilton Stone said, do you have subs for these indicators or for clients only? Right now it is just for Todd and Crypto Private Client Group clients as far as using this for trades. But this is what we've been talking about with the developers working on trying to cache the data. That way we can open it up to a subscription model. Obviously, since we are generating all of this volume data, all this price data, as well as calculating it for the 3 proprietary indicators, we do have to use APIs. Those APIs have limits on how many requests we can have. So we're working on that issue so that way we can open it up to you guys as a subscription model so everybody can trade with this. We can all take advantage of the proprietary indicators. On top of that, if you are a current or former LearnCrypto.io trading student, you'll get 50% off. If you're a Crypto Private Client Group member, you'll get 50% off, etc. So we like to give back to our community and really trying to just provide an outlet and a tool for you guys to prosper. And just like TradingView, this has everything TradingView has. All the same indicators, all your normal indicators, plus it locks in the exchange volume from all across the world with our proprietary indicators. We use these indicators because this is part of Wyckoff. If you took the Learn Cryptocurrency Wyckoff trading course, then you'll know exactly what these indicators are and why they are just so powerful and why we're getting such good buy and sell readings even in the cryptocurrency markets.
It's taking 5-minute volume during the day, so it's really keeping track of all volume from the majority of exchanges and posting it here on the OP, and then the Force and the Tech are proprietary indicators built on that information, really. So XRP, I think still, it's interesting here on the XRP USDT, we're still having negative volume coming in, while price is still holding in pretty well. XRP USD made a low 3 days ago, and finally showing up a little bit of strength here. So it'd be nice if volume would come in on these things like they did really on the metals markets. If they would do that here, it would, I would think, let some of these coins release to the upside, like a ZRX did. I mean, there is a 41. We're still setting a 46 on the technometer. For ZRX, you're having still, I mean, look at the green bars of volume coming in. So once again, trends higher with good volume. I don't think you want to sell the first 50 this time. You'd probably want to try to buy something on an oversold level. Let's look at ZRX USD. See, there was an overbought reading, but I said, again, once the trend's working higher, because now the OP is pulled back to neutral here, because you had the big volume coming in on ZRX USD, which took it to overbought really quickly. But now the price has continued higher with the volume really sideways. So let's look at ADA. A few of these we've been looking at recently. Here's ADA USDT. We had a buy down here at the lows, sell back at the top. Now we're really at neutral again, so I would think ADA can try to continue to push it higher. ADA USD. I see there's somebody is hacking my API, I think. There it comes back in. So we've got ADA, Bitcoin, still big sell volume coming in. We got a buy down here off of the technometer and trying to rally off of here. So same thing, I think I probably would use these lows if you want to against some long positions. But I still think a lot of sell volumes came in on a lot of coins and they're still holding in here. So let's look at Litecoin USDT real quick. 41 on the technometer there. There's the OP hitting another new lows for the whole move. So this chart goes back. The OP is just in a straight downfall. Wow. I mean, there's volume showing from 96 exchanges, just continued new lows, new lows, new lows, new lows up to right now. So, and price is still holding. I keep showing that was the same type of chart that was on the gold and metals. Continued selling while it looks like accumulation comes in. If the selling finally gives up, then price should be able to rally easily. So, again, I guess I'm staying bullish on some of these coins because of that. So that's all for right now.
Cool. Somebody over here is asking what is going to be the next coin on Coinbase. Well, we were going to discuss this. So I don't know if you guys have been watching this long, but 5 months ago I posted top 5 cryptos to be added to Coinbase. This is before even Ethereum Classic. As you can see, I had Ethereum Classic on the list. That's now on Coinbase. I had ZRX on the list. That's now on Coinbase. And now BAT is seeing a 15% price spike because everybody's trying to guess what will be the next coin. If you watch this video, you'll see why I like Basic Attention Token with the Brave browser. Some of you guys do watch us. We do get some Brave tokens every month from people watching us on the Brave browser. Some BAT tokens, I mean. So shout out to you guys and anybody who gives us BAT tokens moving forward. But Brian Armstrong, back in March of 2016, tweeted, giving a shout out to Brave browser for its privacy features, integration of cryptocurrencies, and creating a real use case for the blockchain technology. He then says Basic Attention Token is the exact kind of cryptocurrency we would want to add to Coinbase. Ever since I dug a little deeper, found this insight, I created this video 5 months ago. I've been preaching to accumulate Ethereum Classic. It ran from about $7 to $9 to $11 to $20. Now back to around $9. ZRX, we've been preaching to buy here since about the 25-cent mark. It is now up to around $1. And now Basic Attention Token is seeing a rally. Do I think Basic Attention Token will be the next cryptocurrency on Coinbase? I think it's a toss-up between ADA, since ADA Cardano did just do an updated version of its code base. The same thing that happened to ZRX. ZRX upgraded to version 2, and within 3 days it was announced it was added to Coinbase. ADA just did an upgraded version. XLM, Stellar Lumens, they have said they've had a massive interest in XLM. It was put on the short list, and they really do want to get into the sector of international transaction settlement, but they have said there's conflicts of interest with XRP, and hence why XRP hasn't really been mentioned all too much as far as a Coinbase listing. And then lastly, of course, would be Basic Attention Token. So right now, buying on this pump. Obviously, I think for the long run, buying any of these three will be solid. Basic Attention Token has ran more than anyone else because this is the one being tossed around on Twitter as, oh, this is for sure the next one listed. Nobody really knows. You know, with ZeroX, we knew because they bought Paradex. As soon as they bought Paradex, what did I do, guys? I came on here and said, Coinbase just acquired Paradex, which is a relayer on top of ZeroX. A no-brainer for them to list ZeroX. Start accumulating, start buying ZeroX. So I would say your safe bet would be BAT, XLM, or ADA. You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to chase a 15% pump on Basic Attention Token, but I think it does have an equal probability as those other three do as well. We do have another article. Monero to become the first billion-dollar crypto to implement bulletproofs tech. What is bulletproofs? A highly anticipated technology designed to make blockchain privacy features more scalable with best tested in the wild soon. Will be tested in the wild soon. Named bulletproofs. The tech promises to dramatically decrease the weight of confidential transactions, and on Thursday, October 18th, that is tomorrow, guys, the privacy-oriented cryptocurrency Monero XMR will put that to the test. So we all know that blockchain technology so far has had some scaling issues as far as the amount of transaction throughputs that can occur on any given chain. Once you add privacy features to a cryptocurrency into a blockchain, the weight increases. Either you're using obfuscation, which means you're sending multiple transactions at the same time, so you're doubling up the transaction count, or you're using Z-snarks, which that confidential feature does add weight, about another 50% weight to any transaction that occurs on the network. Bulletproofs is here to say that they can do that and reduce the weight of these transactions by 80%, therefore increasing the scaling of Monero by around 30 to 40%, just as a simple add-on. The first major cryptocurrency to deploy the technology of Monero has been focused on how to implement bulletproofs for the past year. in an effort to cut the size of its confidential transactions by at least 80%. So why do I think this is important? We all know Monero is truly private. We all know Monero is currently the leading privacy cryptocurrency in the space. It is the #1 privacy cryptocurrency, and I believe when offshore money starts to come over to blockchain and cryptocurrencies, Monero will be used. Monero is obviously also used on the black market, the dark web, because it is so private. Also, when people hack your Bitcoin, they switch it to a Monero wallet address, send it to another Monero wallet address, and then buy Bitcoin again, because then it's gone. You can't trace this stuff. And now they're trying to scale. Scaling is important because if these cryptocurrencies are going to go from a speculation to a use case cause, they're going to have to scale and be usable when more and more people and mass adoption occurs of all these given cryptocurrencies. Some of these cryptocurrencies do not need as much scaling if they're a developmental platform and their true intent isn't for peer-to-peer transactions, but Monero is for peer-to-peer transactions and private transactions at this. I believe this is a big milestone for Monero. I don't know what the outcome is going to be of this test. I don't even think Fluffy Pony knows what it's going to be. If it works, and if truly it gives an 80% decrease in weight of confidential transactions, boosting scalability by around 40%, I think that the Monero price will act positively. Obviously, the market may stay indecisive as everybody's looking for the next Coinbase pump, but don't let Monero slip away from your bags. Maybe you mine it, maybe you CPU mine it, maybe you've been accumulating but selling off some here and there, chasing some altcoins. Monero is still the index for privacy coins. Monero is the Bitcoin of privacy cryptocurrencies, and whether or not privacy features are added to Bitcoin in the future, I know people argue that that is coming. Monero is here to stay, and Monero has proved once again that it's going to continue to try to improve its blockchain and its privacy features with this outstanding cryptocurrency. What do you got over there, Todd? We got anything in the chat box?
Let me show you a BAT chart real quick, and then I'm going to be done for the night probably. We got a BAT BTC. You can show here on the volume going down to new lows to right here, and you can see price consecutively making new highs on the lows. I mean, just keep boom, boom, boom. So I think this low here at the 27.17 low is probably an important low. When we had an oversold technometer here where this B is marked, and then when the volume led up on the downside, which was obviously this bar we just had, then you get price working easily higher. So if volume stays with this, I would think BAT BTC could just slowly keep working higher. So I'd stay with that one.
There you go. Once again, the proprietary indicator there giving us a solid buy near the low. As Tosh said, Nick, how's your day going to be if XLM is out of Coinbase and XRP is in? Really indecisive. It doesn't really matter. It means I don't get one more pump to try to swing trade, but I don't think it hurts the longevity of either of those cryptocurrencies. The reason I do not believe XRP is going to be added, especially next, is it wasn't on the short list, number one. Number two, if you watch CNBC Fast Money, Brian Armstrong and somebody else from Coinbase went on there. They were asked the blunt question of why isn't XRP added, or why hasn't it been added, or if you're looking at it. They kind of beat it around the bush, did the business spiel. And if you listen closely, they talk about conflict of interest. Now, whether that is because they deem XRP a security in their mind and they don't want to deal with regulatory constraints, or whether it is if Brian Armstrong or the digital currency group invested in Ripple Labs or XRP, that may be a conflict of interest for them to then list their own asset on their exchange. I think the latter is more probable. I think Brian Armstrong or somebody high up there invested in Ripple Labs, invested in XRP, etc., and now they're kind of had their hands tied behind their back. They can't list XRP under current regulatory guidelines. That's just my opinion.
Javi, I know Fidelity says they've been mining, I think it was since 2016. So they're the ones, that's going to bring the small investor into these markets. So that's huge news. And for greens and RSI, the RSI is somewhat what the OP is. It's price and volume and time. So you will see them move possibly a little bit together. But I think the technometer is a little more, the Wyckoff technometer is better than the RSI, obviously, so that's the only thing I use. I have never looked at RSI in the past. I'll bring it up a little bit now because I do get a few questions like yours. And you can chart that on the software. And like I said, it will move with the technometer. So people that don't want to pay for our technometer on our charting software for the stocks, I know they go out and use the RSI. But again, I don't think the RSI is not better than the technometer.
And also the thing is with the technometer, you're generating those readings based off the 5-minute data from the 96 exchanges. The reason that the RSI and technometer will be a little bit closer in the stock market is you got to realize there's only a couple major markets with the stock indices. So it's going to trend a little better. Here in the cryptos, it's kind of still the wild, wild west. We got about 15 large exchanges, another 80 smaller exchanges that you're trying to aggregate data, price, and action from on a 5-minute basis, which the RSI is obviously going to be different because you're not going to be able to generate an RSI from those 96 exchanges.
Because throw me the screen here, so I'll show Greenson. Because he thought it was the same thing, and basically you can see it here. I've had the RSI on the bottom. So you can see where we had a buy in the technometer. For our technometer, I mean, you would have had a 36 on the RSI.
Which is not a buy.
Yeah, getting closer to a buy. And then same thing here. You had a technometer at 30. You had a 38 and change on the technometer for a buy signal, which is what the reason I have these buys here marked, because they was based off the OP and the technometer. But if you was following RSI, I mean, it was down into buy ranges to a point. So, but you can see like here, technometer was a little overbought here. On the RSI, it wasn't. So you can see they move a little bit together, but I'm going to say obviously the technometer is a way better indicator than the RSI. And then again here, I mean, with the software that we're launching, it has all these on here, but you just won't see me really going over them. Is I'm going to stick with the OP Force and Tech. And you can just add them into the bottom as you want. You can move them around, do whatever. So that's going to be available for subscribers. The developers are working. It's going to happen soon. That's all I can say.
Javier Alvarez says, what's up, guys? It's true Fidelity has been long since 2015. Obviously, I don't know their wallet addresses, but it did leak that Fidelity has been mining Bitcoin since 2015. This is why
Show me the money.
The macro view is there, guys. I mean, you guys want to keep worrying about your day trades or if Bitcoin's going to break lower one more time. We call the bottom here live on Learn Crypto at $5,800. Has it gone back down there? No. Will it? Maybe. Nobody knows the future, but I'm telling you, dollar cost average, spend what you can for cryptocurrencies, whatever that means out of your investment sliver of all your other investments, and you're not going to be disappointed. Now, if you're chasing some random altcoins, I mean, who knows? But these solid projects that are continuing to pop up on Coinbase, Fidelity, ErisX, they're going to be on Backed Exchange, etc., etc., etc. Man, the amount of money that is available in traditional finance that wants in on cryptocurrencies, that will eventually be in cryptocurrencies, and then you're going to have TD Ameritrade hitting up its 11 million customers saying, hey, we're trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash now. You guys should buy some of this, 5% of your portfolio. The retail blow off top to 20K was driven by YouTube and Twitter. YouTube,
stock retail, they'll FOMO too.
Yeah,
they FOMO'd the NASDAQ years ago.
YouTube and Twitter is what drove the first. What do you think that it's going to be when we have TD Ameritrade, Edward Jones, ICE, New York Stock Exchange pushing cryptocurrencies? Think about that for a second.
Let's have a moment.
Shout out to WOG. Another $4.20 super chat.
I know
Keep
what
up the great work.
Is, but
Thanks again.
I don't know what 111 is. So am I missing something?
I don't know.
I get the 420. Thanks, WOG, but I don't know what the 111 was for.
WOG, are you from Canada? Officially this morning, it was 100% legal. Marijuana is now a legal industry in Canada, WOG. Is that what you're referring to there?
Is that where we're going to have our first crypto meetup is Canada?
Right. I got one more article that I had to go over. Things are getting bad here for Bitcoin Cash. Oh man, we got too many big egos in the room, it seems. So Bitcoin Cash speeds towards blockchain split as SV client receives formal release. Bitcoin SV, the Bitcoin Cash software client published by blockchain development firm nChain, Craig Wright, who tried claiming he was Satoshi, what a joke, is now live on GitHub. Released this week, SV, short for Satoshi's Vision, Version 0.1.0 aims to place the fourth largest cryptocurrency on track to fulfill the pseudonymous developer Satoshi Nakamoto's vision for Bitcoin to become electronic cash, or at least nChain's interpretation of that vision. More significantly, this is where it gets interesting, guys. The release of this code is purposely incompatible with the consensus changes implemented in the latest upgrade of Bitcoin ABC. Bitcoin ABC is the development group that is led by who? By Roger Ver. The face of Bitcoin Cash is now under attack by one of the former faces. This is interesting. With the scheduled Bitcoin Cash hard fork now less than 1 month away, the standoff between SV and ABC is poised to result in a chain split that will see the competing wage a messy war for the future of the protocol. In addition to the high-profile promoter and bombastic nChain CTO Craig Wright, or you guys might know him as Satoshi Nakamoto, for sure, dude. The SV project has support and financial backing from CoinGeek, the cryptocurrency firm founded by billionaire Calvin Ayre. CoinGeek operates the second largest Bitcoin Cash mining pool and currently accounts for about 26% of the BCH blocks mined over the past 7 days. SV Pool, which nChain recently launched through a private beta, has not yet opened to the public, but makes up another 3.5% of the hash rate. What is this saying? This is saying that if Roger Ver, who we know is very narcissistic and very full of himself, that's great for a business person, not saying it's bad, but I'm saying that who is very determined on his mindset, very stubborn, does not accommodate to what Craig Wright and nChain says should be the new protocol for Bitcoin Cash, the new code base, they're going to have a hard fork. A hard fork which will result in a fork of a fork. Now, some people be like, oh, let's hoard up Bitcoin Cash. We're about to have Bitcoin Cash, and we're about to have the true Bitcoin Cash here. We're going to have two coins. Well, that's all great and grand, and that worked for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash during the bull market. But right now we're in a bear market. And really, I think this is just going to create even more negative stigma for Bitcoin Cash moving forward. On top of that, we see that about 26% plus 3.5%, so 30% of the Bitcoin hash rate will then be on the new Bitcoin Cash, and only 70% will be remaining on Roger Ver's Bitcoin Cash. And we already know that its hash rate is falling very short and has been declining of that of Bitcoin, as well as the transactions on the network are already decreasing as well. So I don't know if this cryptocurrency can sustain another fork, sustain another fight, and sustain another splitting of its already shrinking community. We'll keep up with it. Is there going to be a pump because people want the two coins? Maybe. Do I think that either of these coins are going to have long-term viability if there is, in fact, a hard fork? Definitely not. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Craig Wright and Roger Ver, the two massive elephants in the room, can stop butting heads, agree on terms, and at least keep Bitcoin Cash under its current conditions. But it looks like we're going in the opposite directions, my friends. And the doomsday of Bitcoin Cash, and whatever they want to call this new one, SV Cash, might not be looking so bright.
Somebody said, is this chart software going to turn us into wolves of Wall Street? But I'm going to go back to Square. The 5038 on the technometer, again, is not just, definite buys and sells. You want to use that really as just a starting point or maybe an ending point. But if you look here, I've highlighted the 38s and the 50s. So you get a buy here, you take a sell, you get a buy back at the same point. Basically, you sold it. Nice little quick trade in a week. You have a buy here, you catch almost the full rally. You get another buy back at almost the same price. You catch the last rally into the top. Now, this last buy signal was actually just me trying to be cute because I thought with the selling and the CFO leaving, it was just allowing you a chance to buy it cheap. So, and the reason we didn't get a buy on the technometer here is the volume is just not coming into the downside, amazingly so. And that's this divergence here. So I'm anxious to get a buy signal on the technometer and see where Square's at that point, because you can see it's been an easy trade. I think personally Square is going to lead us higher if this NASDAQ stays good. So maybe NASDAQ has another break. Square comes down and gives us a buy signal. And we'll see if we can keep these buys and sells working on Square. That's all I got.
Cool.
I've had a long day.
Hey, we really covered all the news articles, everything pertinent in the ecosystem. We obviously then looked at the software for all of our favorite cryptocurrencies. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or one last chart you maybe want Todd to look at, go ahead and do that. In the meantime, smash that like, share, and subscribe button. And do not forget, guys, we give away 1 ZEN every single show worth $15. Simply leave a comment in the comment section below with your Horizon ZEN wallet address, and you are entered to win. As Taj says, Todd, the S&P crash soon. He's saying that the S&P will crash and be like the 1930s depression within a few weeks. What do you think, Todd?
Whoa. I don't think that's happening here. And again, I've said, my comments have been stocks and cryptos might move together here. So I personally don't want to see stocks come under much pressure because I'm afraid they're correlated too much right here. So I'd rather see, really, I really think stocks are they might head down here again for a few weeks or something, but I think stocks could still mouse away at new highs, which then I think would keep Bitcoin leading the charge higher, is my thoughts.
There you go. Someone wants to know if you can look at the Ethereum Classic or the Tron charts if possible. And Johnny M. Cool says, I have only won twice. It's rigged. Well, shout out to you, Johnny M. Cool. I know there's some people in here that have never won, and you're over here hoarding all the giveaways.
This guy's here again is this Bitcoin USDT chart. So when we've had the divergences and the oversold technometers, once again, the 62, 6,300 level seems somebody be supporting it. We've got still the OP is coming down to just really new lows again. So if the selling would quit, I think a rally comes in easy. If more selling comes in, the whales decide to dump this thing, maybe we're going to have that last shakeout. I'm not sure. You said Tron?
Ethereum Classic and Tron.
Here's Tron USDT. I don't remember whether, we just had the one buy over here. That's all we've gotten. And OP Force Tech's going to load here. And technometer's still neutral. Not a lot of activity here in the technometer after they catch on the buy.
So that's about a 25% gainer on that buy right there?
That would have been at 0.018, about a 30% gain, 35%.
There you go.
And then really the OP is just kind of, if you look at this, the OP is just really kind of really following the price. So not much to say there. Let's do Tron BTC real quick. Tron BTC, once again, volume coming in, new lows even to today's trade right now, and the technometer is at a buy. So technometer would have gave you a buy here, would have gave you a buy really this day here, and then given us a buy right now. So I would think Tron looks higher to me.
And then an in-depth question here from Raziel. Todd, how do you differentiate between high selling volume being a bullish oversold or a bearish momentum signal? Differentiate between.
I think that's, are we in a trading range? Where are we at on, buying climaxes, selling climaxes? I think it's important to look at all of that and try to decipher it and then see where the technometer is playing. And it's all about, price bars and volume. So leave out the technometer and all that and just try to figure out, because usually high volume is a selling climax, or high volume to the upside is probably the lift off to a move. But I think, once again, you've got to, when we talk about volume, we've got to, this is colored bar volume, which is what everybody looks at, like on Bitfinex, whatever. Here we've got what's really going on internally with the volume. So, because that's two different things really. So just got to, really, I hope people take the courses and, become a better trader even than myself. Because really, all the success I had that I talked about on the stock trading, back in the 80s and 90s and 2000s really came from the use of the OP and the technometer on stocks. So, and I said this a year ago when this channel was started, you know, I thought the software would be very helpful on the cryptos because volume is scattered throughout the world and no one has the correct tools, I think, to trade it. So we've been waiting on this. I'm trying to get more and more comfortable. And here we got ETC USDT. You can see we've had a couple of buy signals down here. The last one was after the big sell-off with some red volume coming in. And then, you know, volume still not really doing much off the lows. Technometer neutral. So I guess, you know, if I was long and wanting stops, I would be long here and probably use stops at this 906 level if you want to risk a 10% here. But that's not one of the strongest coins. I mean, normally with Elliott Wave, you want, or I mean with Wyckoff, you want to be long the strongest coin and the strongest sectors. We're trying to have sectors built on down the road here so we can look at that as well. So we can bring that in. But we haven't done that yet. We only got like a privacy sector built. Here, once again, volume continuing to hit new lows as of yesterday. Technometer staying down at neutral. So I guess really just a cheap coin. But not much else to say there.
And if you want to know more of what Todd is saying with the springs and the accumulation and all that, obviously we do as much as we can to help you guys and teach you here on YouTube. But if you go over to learncrypto.io, you can gather some more information here for our cryptocurrency and Wyckoff trading course. Currently, I think 960 or 970 students, something like that. I know some people in this chat box have probably already taken it. You can see all the reviews public on the website as well as all of the lessons. So we give you an excerpt of all the lessons so you kind of know that we're not just BSing. This is not a Nick technical analysis or a Todd technical analysis. This is the original teachings of Richard D. Wyckoff. Todd now owns the Wyckoff Stock Market Institute, so has access and owns all this proprietary data, and we're able to put it into a digital form, obviously. So come over to the website, see what we can offer you, and if you guys know somebody that is new to cryptocurrencies and don't want to help them set up Coinbase, Binance, walk them through all the basics, we have put together a dynamic beginner's guide to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to take them step by step. What is Bitcoin? What is blockchain? How to buy your first one? How to trade it, etc. Take them through all the steps. That way they don't slip up, lose their private keys, or whatever it may be. If you think you're a great trader, you don't know any beginners, then we do have an affiliate link here. Sign up. Any trading course you sell, we will give you $30 to $50. Any beginner course you sell, we will give you $10. That's a lot of money that your wife doesn't know you'll have, that you can go and buy some Bitcoin, buy some XRP, Tron, XLM, whatever you want to buy, and add some coins to those bags during the down market. Regardless, come over here, check it out, because we have had pages and pages of alumni already enjoying and learning from the Wyckoff and cryptocurrency trading course and making great trades and still with us here today. So all these names are already on board the Learn Crypto rocket ship.
The course is $299, and we're going to give you the software for half off if you own the course. And I want to go back here and just give me the screen one more time. I don't want to, not here to brag, but I am here kind of a little bit to discuss it because there's too much going on Twitter now where people are making up trades, showing videos of winners, etc., and they're not really showing actual trades, I don't think. So when I took the course in 1982, I got into real money competition trading futures. I traded stock index futures. And then I went to show a commodity trading advisory. These are all was registered. Me and George Stein had a 79.8% annual return. That was trading everything, treasury bonds, stock index futures, soybeans, etc. And then in 1992, I did one with stocks. And then I did one, this was another stock one. I did some mutual fund ones. And all of this was just Wyckoff. A little bit of maybe 5% Elliott Wave in the back. George did a lot of Elliott Wave back then. And he helped me with the CTA. Everything else is just myself. But, the Wyckoff method works. That's why I ended up taking over the company in 2016. And that's why I was excited about going all cryptos. I've had, a tough year because I didn't have the software for the year. And then my thing is now is I'm going to get some buys and sells, but I really think we're digging in here after major accumulation. And I don't think you want to, if you want to trade, you don't want to sell that first 50 on the technometer, et cetera, because I think we're starting, I think we're starting another bull run to the upside here. And, and some of these indicators, the technometer, RSI, all that's going to miss some big rallies in these coins if we do get this thing started. So
if you get in the mindset of short-term trading too much, guys, and this thing turns around,
everybody's doing
I want you to, some of you may not have been here through some of the other turns. Even if you were just here last July, it went exponential, parabolic, to where you had one or two other opportunities to buy BTFD that you see in the background, and that's about it. If you were trying to trade anywhere in there in that move, you're sitting on the sidelines. Hopefully you didn't go to cash. Hopefully you went to Bitcoin, so at least you could ride that wave. But that's the way that the next move will happen. Obviously, we're looking to try to swing trade. We're looking to try to make some day trades here and there, which we present to you on YouTube, we present to you on Twitter, and Todd tries to do for some crypto private client group members. But right now at these levels, trading's a dangerous game. Really, we're looking for entry points, not selling points. That means if we get a dip, we get a technometer reading, we're adding to that bag. Hey, I like Ethereum Classic. If we get that technometer reading, I got another $100. I'm going to buy 10 more. That's what we're looking for here. Not as much trying to swing trade it.
And I will tell you, somebody says bloody soybeans, old Wog says it, because one of my best trades was I talked a friend of mine out of $5,000 for futures in 95, and we caught the coin and soybean rally. We ran it to $1.5 million. But that was really not with any Wyckoff, because that was a bull move, and that was really Elliott wave, because just like kind of what happened with Bitcoin rallying, when we rallied, the Elliott wave kept us in the Bitcoin trading a little bit better and kept me in the soybeans on that bull move. So I think on a bull move, the Elliott wave will probably keep us long these things, because the technometer on some of these rallies is just going to get out of hand. So, and somebody mentioned Jet, I think on the course, I forget what Matt and I used to say. To take the course is probably, I'm guessing, 15 to 18 hours or something maybe to get through it. I'd recommend you take it again. There's been a lot of people that have taken it over and over. A lot of people bought the course and hasn't even gone through it totally.
You have lifetime access to it, so if we ever add any more videos or lessons, you get those for completely free. You can go through the course as many times as you want. After every section, there is a quiz to make sure you're retaining the information, as well as a final examination at the end of the course. If you pass the final examination, you will receive a certificate of a graduate certificate. It's nicer than my college diploma. I can tell you that. It'll be signed by Todd, has the gold leaf on it, etc. You can hang it up proudly that you passed the original teachings of Wyckoff. You passed the true Wyckoff trading course.
Chris Strauss asking about Litecoin. I need to go back to that. Chris is a good guy, so let me go back to here. Chris, on the Litecoin, I mentioned this a minute ago, I think maybe before you got on here. We're hitting new lows on the volume, continued selling. You could almost say we've got a left shoulder head, right shoulder. We're really slow here. Technometer gave us a couple buys, which net has got us basically at a scratch, and we're at 41.82. So I guess, long with maybe a stop here at 50, 60, I'm not sure. But it still looks, I think these things still look higher. Bitcoin down there, 62, 6,300. Looks like somebody's supporting it. I'm not sure what's going to happen here.
And also with a little bit of news that got kind of slipped up at the futures meeting from ErisX, which is going to be TD Ameritrade, of course. They said a lot of people just assumed they would be doing Bitcoin like backed, but they actually said it would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash that will have physical spot trading and futures trading and physical delivery of those cryptocurrencies. That means institutional money will have access to Litecoin there, as well as Coinbase custody, which is why I'm still bullish on Litecoin. Charlie Lee has made it a point to get on as many liquidity networks as possible. They just got added to Gemini yesterday, which is the second largest fiat onboarding platform in the crypto space currently. And I still have high upside objectives for Litecoin here moving forward.
And there's Litecoin USD. We did have a buy signal on the break here. And again, the OP is just touching the lows. So I keep saying it looks like the metals charts where you've had continued selling. And if the selling will let up, price is going to work higher easily, I think. And again, somebody mentioned, can we have a disclaimer real quick? Let's run that, because we haven't run that.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
We haven't ran that in a while, so that is
that
good to
disclaimer
run.
wasn't for anything we said, but this is for the rumor alert I'm going to give you right now. Now, before I tell you this, obviously,
Oh my goodness.
know that I do conspiracy theories here and there, and yes, they are correct a lot, but never act on any of these theories or rumors. I'm not even going to tell you where I got this information or how I generated. That's too much information, too much deep diving. I told Todd about it earlier, and he looked at me like I had two heads. But what I will be saying is I'm not saying to buy any of these cryptocurrencies if you don't own them, but if you own them, I believe that Dash, Aeon, and Gifto GTO may or may not have a little bit of positive action tomorrow afternoon. I don't know your time zone, so I will say in whatever that is, I don't know, 16 hours from now, Dash, Aeon, and Gifto, if you are already currently holders, you might want to take a look at that. You might want to have some limit sells in there, or keep an eye on that tomorrow afternoon on October 18th. You might see some positive price action. We'll tune into the live show and see if that becomes a reality. But that's all I got to say on that. And then the more far-fetched one would be on Wanchain. We'll see if that on Wanchain. The reason I say that one is certain individuals like ICX and Aeon. Wanchain is obviously the trifecta of that partnership and has not officially had its name in the spotlight. Tomorrow could be the day for that as well. That is more far-fetched, but I do believe you're going to see some positive action out of Aeon, Gifto, and Dash as a possibility tomorrow afternoon.
Gifto.
Keep an eye out on that, and that's the rumor of the show tonight.
Give me 1 second. I don't need the screen, but give me a second.
Raziel says, thanks, I just bought 100K Dash. I hope that's not the case. But if you're on it, there you go.
I don't think Digibyte's going to roll higher here. I think it's going to need those. I got a couple overbought technometer readings on Digibyte, so that one might slow up a little bit here. It hasn't done much.
Jet says, I'm so anxious about ETC. Heard about good news. ETC has 4 dev teams, 4 solid dev teams, guys, and it finds its way on Grayscale, Coinbase, etc. The best news for Ethereum Classic right now is that ETC Labs is opening an incubator. An incubator means it is kind of a test area for projects to pitch themselves, and then they get to decide which projects to move forward on the Ethereum Classic blockchain. They have had over 120 applications. So far, they have selected 6, which they deem fit for their funding and for their development help to get on the Ethereum Classic blockchain. And we always say, utilization of a network drives price appreciation of that network. This is a step in the right direction for Ethereum Classic and the utilization of that network moving forward. And that is just one of the 4 dev teams. They're all working separately, all working on different projects, all bringing something different to the table for that truly immutable and decentralized blockchain. And really, it was the original Ethereum chain. Ethereum split off from this chain due to a hack of $30 million. They didn't want to believe code is law. They didn't want to stay immutable. Vitalik kind of said, I probably invested too much of my own money on that, and the code got messed up, so I want my money back, so you guys all get your money back too. Don't know if that happened, but let's be real. That's what happened. Is that it? I mean, we've been just chit-chatting away here. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, what do we still got sitting in here? We got still, oh my gosh, 479 people still watching. Guys, thanks for tuning in. It has been a blast as usual. Todd, you got any last statements over here?
Give me those. Let's show the Dash chart since you were talking about Dash. I mean, we had a buy down here with a sell that worked. We had a buy and a sell, so really a scratch there. And then we had a buy off the break, and we're still staying pretty low on the technometer. And the OP hit new lows to here, so I think keying off that 157 level, let's see if we can if we can hold that level and keep this thing moving higher. But I know they've got some financial troubles there, so we shall see.
Wog says, start the super chats, don't let them leave. Yeah, we do have an obligation to any donations, obviously. Any question, whether it's tell me to do some jumping jacks, I'm obligated to do it if you give me a super chat for it. Keep it PG.
If anyone wins the Mega Millions.
Lamy J says, can we get the Gifto and Aeon charts? Gifto is actually GTO is the ticker for Gifto. GTO, it is trading on Binance. That is the smallest market cap out of those three.
The Mega Millions is going for like 859 million.
If we win, if me or Todd wins the Mega Millions, we'll still get on here and do YouTube. But instead of telling you anything pertinent or important, we're just going to be giving away crypto. Just, all right, whoever sends a chat, here's crypto. Just toss the money away.
Too much fun.
Oh, that'd be too crazy.
I got an Aeon chart here, the AION. If you want to show me that real quick. Interesting. Now, once again, you're seeing some big green, big red, big green, big red. But by our data, you're nothing but total sell volume coming in on the AION. So, and price is still holding. So, ton of selling, price is holding. Technometer is, this was 37. So we had a buy right here at the lows. And if any plus volume comes in, I would think that thing would be off to the races.
So what does that tell you guys about the rumor? The retail guys are selling, while the rumor provider is soaking it up, accumulating. Oh, some kind of news comes out.
I got to run the disclaimer again.
Positive volume, off to the races. Can't tell you my sources, but I just hear things around these parts.
Tosh will tell.
Well, that's all we got tonight, guys. It has been awesome. We covered like 4 news stories, went over some fundamentals, answered your question, had some super chats, saw the charts on the proprietary software. Make sure to go in the description to see everything we have to offer. You can follow us on Twitter. You can go to learncrypto.io. You can use our referral links, whatever you see fit. Just participate and be an active community member here at Learn Crypto. Do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section below with your Horizon Zen wallet address for a chance to win 1 full Zen almost each and every live show. $15, just giving it away because we have so much fun here with you guys every single night. So until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
If anybody's into esports, hit us up. We're working on a few things.
Working on a few things with esports. You
if
got
you're
money?
The top 1% of gamers, hit us up.
Yes, top 1% of gamers, or you're trying to get into esports.
Franchise.
Well, let us know.
Hit us up. All right, guys, we're out.
Oh, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.